Welcome to the forecast for the week of October 9th through the 15th, 2023. I'm really excited about this week. I can feel that there's a lot of intensity around it. And as I mentioned in my forecast for the month of October, we're getting into that place with that 8 energy where things are moving very quickly, things are shifting very quickly. And October 9th through the 15th, we begin the club's energy of the month. And so this is all about how we communicate. It's about our truth. It's about our integrity, and it's about our message that we share with the world. It is a very mental energy, so we're all going to be up in our heads thinking things through. So as we go through this, I want you to just be aware that there are different energies we can experience, and you're never at the whim of it. You get to decide how you move through this energy and whether or not you get stuck in the mud, as one of my clients says, or if you choose to take the high road of that energy and really use it to your advantage. I also want you to be aware that no matter what's going on around you, you always have a choice. You have a choice to do something about it or to check out. That's up to you. So you're not at the whim of any of this. And as you learn this information and as you take notes or whatever it is you do, or you come back to the replay, don't just think that it's really cool information and not do anything with it. Use this energy to plan your week. This is one of the #1 things I do with the numerology and understanding the influences is I literally map out my weekly calendar based on what I might expect with the energy. Is it always perfect? No. But does it work and create rhythm and flow? Yes. And also understanding how the divine timing rhythm flows through that helps you to stay in flow so that you can get paid for your gifts without stressing out and overwhelm and all that other stuff that we don't want, right? So let's dive in. Next week is really, I want you to be very aware not to get stuck in planning mode. There is an influence that flows through the entire week that wants you to just keep planning and planning and planning and planning. So you're going to be thinking, oh my God, it would be so cool to do this. And you might have note papers everywhere of all these great intentions and things that you want to do. And you're planning and planning and planning, but not taking action. Follow through is very important. So even as I was mentioning, don't just take notes on this forecast and not do anything about it. Use it to your advantage. Take action. So important. We have a new moon, eclipse, Scorpio, all sorts of fun stuff coming in at the end of the week. And this is an opportunity to burn down all of your excuses, all of your stories, all of your resistance, burn it down so that you can create the extraordinary version of your life that you want, where you're getting paid for your gifts, where you're understanding how all of your modalities fit together, where you know how to share your message and what you're saying and all these pieces. This is your opportunity. Take advantage of it. So do not be passive. Take action. Very important. Speak your truth and be integral to your dream. I've been working with a group of clients recently where we've really dove into what our top values are, and understanding what those top values are helps you to make decisions and stay in alignment. It helps you to stay integral to what you desire. So if you desire to see simplicity, results, authenticity, accountability, perhaps my business's top values, if you desire to see that, then every decision you make has to be in alignment with those values. Otherwise, you're not in integrity with your intention and what you want to do. Is there anything right or wrong about it? No, but this week is inspiring you to stay integral to your dream, not to the stories you tell yourself and the excuses that you make about why you can't have what you want. So if you're catching yourself in a story, remind yourself, this is where I'm going. I don't know how to get there. That's okay, but I'm willing to find out. That's really the theme this week, checking in with your story. So notice where you'd rather run away. Notice where you'd rather distract yourself. Notice where you'd rather make yourself busy with busy work and not actually do the needle movers. Notice the story you're telling yourself, okay? Maybe it's too hard. Maybe you don't know how. Maybe the story you're telling yourself is, I'm not ready. I don't know enough. I don't have all the pieces together. I don't have the plan in place. I don't know where I'm going, right? Whatever those stories are, Notice them and burn it down, because those stories are just an illusion. That's all they are. They're your ego trying to keep you safe, and that's okay. But you get to choose. You get to decide. So get to the core of what's true for you this week and take action. Don't get caught in planning mode. So Monday, King of Clubs, ruling 8. We are in the 8 energy of October. We're really inspired to, again, let go of the story. You're going to hear this a lot. There's always a theme, and it's moving us into that new moon eclipse at the end of the week. So on Monday, sit with these questions. Ask yourself, what words do you speak the most? What language comes out of your mouth? What are you attached to in what you share? What do you wish the world knew? What message do you want to share? And devote yourself to that rather than the old story of I can't, I won't, I don't know how. You don't need to know how. You don't need to have it all figured out. That is not your job. You can hire a coach, aka me. I am available and open for business. You can YouTube things, you can Google things, you can ask your friends for help. There's always a pathway to the answer you're looking for. You do not need to have all the hows and all of your ducks in a row. We have all talked about the ducks, right? There's one in the cop car, there's one on the roof. We will never have them all together. And so devote yourself to the message rather than having to have it all figured out, and devote yourself to the expectation that the how will simply show up for you, that you will know exactly what step is next, who to ask for help, where to go. That will always arrive for you if you devote yourself to the message and not the old story. Know that you'll figure it out. Be open, be curious, and be willing to go with the flow. Monday feels like it's going to move very quickly. So roll with it. Just roll with it. That's your theme on Monday. I'm just rolling with it and I'm going to figure it out. And I want to share this. I'm rolling with it. I'm going to figure it out. All right. So Tuesday, we've got Queen of Clubs ruling 9 energy. And this is really, again, asking your intuition asking yourself, to trust your intuition, knowing that your intuition will guide you to the information you need. That Queen of Clubs is very certain of their intentions, very certain of the message, and very, very intuitive. And so allow your thoughts to go to, I wonder what's next. I wonder where I could go. And surrender to trusting your intuition. Not trying to figure it all out, not trying to control, not getting caught up in the worry and anxiety. Just, again, roll with it. I will figure it out. I don't need to know all the hows. I'll figure it out. Again, moving into that new moon eclipse, reflect on your old stories. Notice your stories. What are you telling yourself about why you can't have what you want? Check in with those stories and begin to see a new truth. Begin to see what's possible for you on the other side of this eclipse. Start telling yourself a new story. And sometimes you might have to do that 100 times a day. That's okay. That's okay. We're rewiring. When you want something, all you have to do is rewire those neuron pathways in your brain. And sometimes it takes a lot. Okay. So Wednesday, we begin to feel the shift into the new moon, into that eclipse energy. And Wednesday brings with it the Jack of Clubs and the ruling 1. Here's where, and Wednesday, Thursday, we're really going to start feeling it midweek. And so if you caught my October forecast, this eclipse and this new moon might have a bit of an intensity to it. And so create space in your schedule. Make sure you've got time for extra journaling, extra self-care, extra reflection, because burning down an old story isn't always easy. Witnessing the stories you've been telling yourself isn't always easy. And so there's got to be space to sit with it and then surrender and let go. There's got to be space to witness where you may have been judging yourself, questioning yourself, and comparing yourself to other healers, coaches, people that are out there doing their thing. AKA, where are you giving your power away and saying, well, they've got it all figured out. I don't, I'm not ready. Their graphics are better. Their reels are better. Their content's better. They know what they're doing. I can promise you, not a single person out there knows what they're doing. Okay. We know things and we are intuitive and we're trusting ourselves and we're taking action, but nobody knows it all. That's not the point. The point is take action, learn forward. Okay. So Jack of Clubs ruling 1 on Wednesday. Get curious, get really curious, like move about your day with absolute childlike wonder, going, oh, I wonder what that is. Oh, I wonder if I know how to do this. Oh, let's try to create an Instagram reel and see what happens. You can always delete it, right? So this is where the new story begins to unfold, where you start remembering this new story. It's not even a new story. It's just your story is unfolding in a different way, of being willing to start fresh, start new, like you're being reborn. And you're being reborn as somebody who wants to learn without attachment to the outcome. That you can look at everybody else that's doing their things and not worry about it. You can take inspiration from it, but not judge and compare. And you can create, which Thursday brings in that 10 of Clubs ruling 2 energy. That 10 of Clubs is very creative, wants to express, wants to shout it from the rooftops. Here is where you're being asked, okay, all this old story that you've been letting go all week, now you're moving into this new story. Will you take action? Or will you get caught up in the eclipse new moon energy and feel sad and hang on to the old story and tell yourself, I can't, I'm not ready, I don't know how? Or will you just try? Just try. So breathe, come back to you. That 2 always wants you to come back to you. Notice the mirrors that you're seeing. Notice the story you're telling yourself, even 100 times. Shift it, come back, breathe, take action. All day long, all week long, take action. Do not be passive. And when you see yourself getting caught up in the planning of things, stop planning, stop, drop, take action, period. Okay. All right. Friday, we move into the new moon. Fully and completely. Saturday is the actual new moon, but we're going to feel it on Friday. And we've got the 9 of Clubs ruling 3. You could go 2 ways with this. You could get all caught up in your head, anxiety, stress, overwhelm, doubt, insecurity. I'm doing it all wrong. I have no clue what I'm doing. Or rather than getting stuck in the mud of that, create. What could be possible? What might this look like on the other side? What could I do? What could I create? Possibility thinking. When you hear your brain do the I can't, go, what if I could? When you hear your brain say, I don't know enough, you say, what if I do? What if becomes your motto all weekend long as you move into that new moon, because the possibilities are endless. This eclipse is moving us into the total solar eclipse happening in April of 2024. This is your window of opportunity. This, I'm serious, I've said this so many times. Do not get stuck in the passivity and the planning. Do something. Whether you've got to reach out and hire a coach, or you've got to figure out how to do an Instagram reel, or you've got to finally do that workshop you've been dreaming about for the last 6 months but haven't pulled the trigger on. If you've got to sign up for the course that you've been eyeing up, but you're just not, just don't know if I have the money to do it, do it. This is your opportunity. Use this to your advantage. Saturday, Sunday, 8 of Clubs, 7 of Clubs, ruling 4, ruling 5. Commit to your new story. Do not stay stuck. Do not stay stubborn. Do not hold on to that old story. Burn it down. If you've got to have a burning ceremony and write out all that old story and burn, I know it's a new moon, who cares? Do it anyway. Get rid of that old story and those excuses and those reasons and those all the things that tell you in your head why you can't have what you want. Your extraordinary is on the other side of this new moon. Do not let it pass by. Be brave, be courageous, and start telling yourself a new story. Commit to this new story and go for it. This is your time, my friends. This is your time. So I know this feels like a lot, and it feels very intense, and it feels like there's a lot of the ego hanging on. And it can be very difficult to break through that old story sometimes. So what I would love to offer anybody who, if you're watching this, send me a message, email me or DM me, or send a homing pigeon, however you need to get a hold of me. There will always be a way. Just look in the description of this video. And I've got a free gift for you. I want to just send you an alignment and taking action activation. It will help you through the week. If you've got to listen to it 15 times a day, go for it, because what it will do is it will inspire you into action. And that is the key for this week. So if you would like that free gift, let me know. Just send me a message and I will make sure that I get that over to you.